Hello people, Freeman here. The Warthunder Winter Pack Sale is officially live. Sadly, not everything is on sale, so I'll be recommending what's available on sale. Plus, my recommendations are gonna be my picks that I feel are unique vehicles. I'll explain what makes them unique and why to get them. And these are my top 5 packs to get. Let's get into it, people. The first one I will recommend getting is the good old Tiger II SLA. This tank have been in one of the best premium for Warthunder for years. It stays at a healthy BR at 6.7, and you're probably asking what's unique about the Tiger II SLA. Well, the first thing you're gonna notice seeing the Tiger II SLA that it has an extra track armor at the turret. That's useful, but it's not the big deal, to be honest. The big deal is to get the Tiger II SLA is under the hood of the tank. When it's under the hood of the tank, I mean the engine. The engine of the Tiger II SLA is completely different to the Tech 3 Tiger. It has a diesel engine where it accelerates at the max speed faster. The only difference is the acceleration. So why is that useful? You're probably asking. It's useful is because you can reach the speed of your max speed faster, and you kind of have the mobility of a medium tank. So that's what people like to call it. But for me, this is a faster Tiger. Other than that, it has no other difference to the normal Tech 3 Tiger. It's just a faster Tiger with a little bit more track armor. But even then, it's one of the best tanks to get for its BR and its tier. Germany 6.7 is at a very comfortable BR, and it's really fun. So I would highly recommend getting this. The next one I would highly recommend getting is the rival to the Tiger II, is the T29. This tank is one of the best heavy tanks for the US, and it shows. Since it used to be at 6.7, and now they increased the BR of it because it's been kicking the ass of the Tiger II players for a while now. And now it's, even though it increases BR, it's still at a decent place. It's at 7.0. It's still good. Like, you can see why they increased it with his mobility and all that armor. But what makes this tank unique to his counterpart, the Tech 3 version, the T34, it's the gun and the round that it fires. It fires a shell that's almost like double the TNT of a Tiger II shell, making it around as a nuke round, to be honest. Like, if you get penetrated by this, you're not gonna survive. Plus, with the gun being smaller, has less reload time compared to the T34, the Tech 3 version of this tank, whereas the Pack 1 has 30 seconds and the T34 has over 50 seconds. That could be like in between, being alive and being dead, getting shot at. The other difference, it has no extra plate armor at the back of the turret. So you lose on that. You lose the 200 millimeters of armor at the back of the turret. Instead, you only have 100 millimeter. And also, just like the T34 and the T29, they both have like 50 cals. They both have like 350 cal. There's no difference between the engine, the mobility, and the machine guns. The only difference is the back side of the tank has less armor and has a smaller gun, but it fires like a very, very overpressure round that you just can nuke people. So why do I consider this like a good tank to get? Well, it's comfortable BR again. Like, if you have a vehicle in Warthunder that's at 7.7, it's a really rough BR. But being at 7.0, it's actually a very comfortable BR to play. You don't meet the crazy vehicle that has laser rangefinders or thermals and all the other crap. Those type of, well, you might meet like the vehicles with thermals, but the majority of the crazy ones are at 8.3 and 8.7. So being at 7.0, it's a good BR to get, and it's fun, and you have a lineup. So that's why. Now, moving on to the next one. It's a Sweden fun long barrel dirt cannon, the Vidar. This vehicle was recently added Warthunder like at least 3 or 4 months ago, and they don't give a full discount on this. Instead, it's only 30% instead of 50%, but it's still worth getting. And for the reason why it's worth getting, imagine you have a howitzer or an artillery piece that has a long barrel and a very high velocity round, where you don't need to over aim at all compared to like the broom bar and all the other howitzer lower BR. You actually have to aim super high to even shoot properly, and you're still having issue aiming. Don't worry, the Vidar comes with a laser rangefinder, and with a laser rangefinder you just push one button and you fire your gun and bang, it will hit. And if you're having a hard time seeing enemies, the Vidar also comes with the next gen thermals. So again, another problem is solved. The only problem you're gonna ever have with a VDAR is the randomness. It does fire a HE shell with a lot of explosive on it, but the problem is sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So yeah, it's RNG simply. And it stays at 8.0 BR. So you will kind of fight MBTs. You fight MBTs to 9.0 BR. But it actually is kind of an advantage. Because once I was playing this thing, if you get up tier, sure, you'll be fighting enemies that has thermals and laser rangefinder. But you'll kill them faster. Since if you get down tier, you'll fight like IS-3s or IS-4s or IS-6 or Tiger 2s. You actually need to aim properly at the certain weak spot. And to let you guys know, the weak spot of majority of tanks will be the flat plate, where if you fight the Tiger 2, you have to aim for directly at the turret, and it'll hit the turret and the HE shell will explode and will hit the whole of the or for the IS-3s or the American Heavy Tank T-34s or T29s, you have to aim actually at in between the turret and the whole of the tank. So you see guys, like this like you have an advantage when you get up tier and also disadvantage, and if you get down tier you also have an advantage with your laser rangefinder and thermal. So your main gameplay style is gonna be simply fighting at longer range. You don't want to fight in a close area. You don't want to fight a close area, you just want to fight at longer range where you have your laser rangefinder and thermals. So that's the advantage and disadvantage of the vehicle. But compare this to, like, I don't know, the Type 99. The VDAR has a comparison to a free Tech 3 version, and that's the Type 99. The Type 99, on the other hand, has a bigger HE shell but has an autoloader, while the VDAR does not come with an autoloader. So if you do get hit, your speed is gonna suffer for your loading your shell. But don't worry, VDAR is actually a pretty fast vehicle that comes with like a 67 kilometer speed forward and at the backward speed of amazingly 38 kilometers. So meaning you can go to the positions that you need to go and fire a gun and, you know, get out of it there as well if someone's shooting at you. So yeah. Now for the fourth pack, I recommend the Wyvern. I know, I actually recommended this vehicle in my last video, the top 5 packs to get, and I'm recommending it again now. The reason why is very simple. The British Tech 3 does not have good cast plates. They are garbage. The Wyvern fills the role for, like, majority role from 4.3 to even 6.7 as a cast plate. And you know why? Because it drops 100-pound bombs. Majority planes you're gonna get is it only drops 500-pound bombs or 250-pound bombs. And good luck killing Tiger tanks with 250-pound bomb unless you hit them directly on top of the turret. And that's why making this Wyvern an essential thing to get. But there's more into the dropping of bombs to the Wyvern. It actually has more unique stuff to it. The other unique stuff is the engine. The engine is a turboprop engine. So it has like 2 fans moving together at like different speed or the same speed. I'm not 100% sure, like I had to go technical to that, but that's one thing. And it at 4.3 BR, it's actually pretty fast. You can bomb bases or hunt down like other bomber planes. And I've seen majority of people doing this on events. Like if the winter event is going on right now, people have been using Wyverns to bomb bases. That's one thing. The other thing about the Wyvern is it has a lot of 20mm cannons. It has a lot of ammo compared to, like, I don't know, a Spitfire. And on top of that, it also has air brakes. Yeah, it has. Now for the next one, I call this the unessential vehicle. It's the AVRE, the British AVRE. The AVRE is officially going out of Warthunder store. I don't know for how long it's gonna be gone. It could be gone for 1 or 2 years or something, or become a GE vehicle. But if it becomes a GE vehicle, it's gonna be more expensive to get. I just want to say the AVRE is the absolutely horrible vehicle. That's so bad as a premium pack, they're finally removing it from the guidance stores. And that's the only reason I'm recommending this. But I'm going to talk more about why it's garbage and what's good about it. Now, the few things good about this is it has smoke launchers. It has smoke launchers at 7.0 BR and good enough protection, and also some ERA protections that comes on top of that. But that's all that's good about it. The selling part should be the gun, but the gun is complete garbage. The gun takes 22 seconds to reload, and it's a 165mm gun. Like, you literally have a 165mm gun that should just destroy any tank, but it doesn't. And the reason why it doesn't do it is simply because Gaijin nerfed Hesh to the ground. It's now a combination of HE shell and a heat shell, making it actually a horrible heat shell in the game. And the only reason I'm recommending this tank is if you have enough money. If you have enough money and money to burn, this might be the only chance you're gonna get to get it before it's probably removed from the store forever. So unless they bring it back as a GE vehicle again, and I don't know if they're gonna do that. And that's all my top 5 vehicles. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great Merry Christmas and a New Year's.